warning. The language and opinions of Brandon do not represent the Gridiron Goons as a whole. He's a little unhinged and needs help, but refuses to get it. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome back to the Gridiron Goons. I'm your host, Brandon. I'm with the preacher.
What up?
Got Shauna, man.
Hello.
Hey, man. It's Thursday.
It is football time.
And Thursdays are better with the Gridiron Goons. You know that.
Yes.
Anyway, we're going to go over the Thursday game, the Friday game. Dallas, quit touching shit.
AOU.
Thank you. Go sit down. Anyway.
We got a Bumberton in the studio today.
We do. He's been here all week. And he's going psycho. Okay? I can't help that.
But you know what you can help? Not that I endorse betting. But you, my friend, put some nasty, maybe somewhat crazy parlays out there.
I do.
I want to know, have you figured out what betting app you're using this year? Because you're not using FanDuel.
I'm not using FanDuel.
Because FanDuel is... What was the report? Wasn't it like if too many people bet on a certain bet, they don't
you don't
pay
get your
out?
full amount back.
They're
They can
trying
only
to be a little shady.
It's bullshit. It should be illegal.
So,
But right now I've been using Fanatics for a lot of college stuff.
and for the people out there, I guess, what does Fanatics give you in somewhat of a return?
Dude, there's a lot of no sweat bets. There's a lot of boosts. And it has a cool thing to where if your player that's in your parlay gets injured in the first quarter or first half, I can't remember what one it is, they void the bet. You get your money back.
All right.
So you don't just lose it.
And
Like,
what?
you know how many times I've lost a bet? And my guy got hurt on the first drive. Think about Aaron Rodgers.
Yes.
Right? The game won as a Jet. And you were like, yeah, he's going to throw for 200. You even went low. He got hurt in the fourth fucking play. Fanatics would have gave me my money back. FanDuel told me to eat a fat dick.
Is there... Were you saying something about like Fanatics Cash or whatever?
Yeah, it does. They also give you fan cash.
We're not sponsored, by the way.
No, we're not. We're just talking about betting apps that I've liked. I'm also going to try Caesars and ESPN Bet. I've used DraftKings in the past. I didn't mind it. But my thing is if I'm going to find a new betting platform, I'm going to take advantage of these promotions. Because sometimes you get on these betting apps and they're like, dude, if you bet $30 here, we'll give you 200. It's like, okay, shit. You know,
Yeah.
if I'm looking for a new outlet, I might as well take advantage myself. So, as of right now, the Gridiron Goons as a whole is using Fanatics. But things can change. We'll let you know.
Things can definitely change. Before we get into kind of previewing these two games on Thursday and Friday, in our Wednesday episode, we covered all fantasy. We covered kind of our GGL redraft, GGL Dynasty League. We also highlighted your two Garbage Bowl League. And then we also gave predictions on the divisional winners and kind of the way the division is going to run out. We did not get into way too early Super Bowl predictions or Super Bowl winners. I would like to take a little bit of time for you guys to maybe give a little bit of who your way too early Super Bowl game is going to be.
Oh, I got it.
Okay.
It's not even arguable.
Okay.
It's the Bills and the Bucks.
Okay. And why do you think the Bills and the Bucks will be there?
The Bills should have been there last year. A couple blown calls to the Chiefs. I think they would have beat the Ravens last year as well. So the Bills should have went last year. The Bucks did get stomped. I won't lie. We lost to Jaden Daniels. But I think that my team's only gotten better. I think the rookies we picked up are phenomenal. The holes on offense is we need a left guard and a tight end. And the holes on defense, we have a top 10 player at all three levels.
Okay.
And I say we're going. The only people that can stand in our way are the Eagles and the Lions. And I think week-to-week basis, we can contend with anybody, and we can have a shootout of the ages with any team in the league.
All right. Sean and Matt, give me your way too early Super Bowl team prediction.
Ravens, Lions.
Really?
We were hoping for that last year.
And what for you, the Ravens and the Lions?
I think the Lions finally get it done this year, man.
Okay.
Like we said earlier, it's their last year to get it done before they start breaking the bank.
Yep.
And I think the Ravens, with what they did on the defense side of the ball, bringing people in and the way they drafted, and basically their whole offense coming back, and they still have Lamar Jackson. I think they plow through the Chiefs. I think they plow through the Bills, all them higher up teams. And I think we're going to see the Lions-Ravens Super Bowl.
I think we're going to see, for me, I think the Ravens do kind of edge out in the AFC. The NFC, for me, is actually the tougher one to choose.
For sure.
Because you have the Commanders, you have the Eagles, you have the Buccaneers, you have the Lions, and, let's not also forget you have the rest. You have the Packers, you have the 49ers. You even may have, depending on how things work out in Minnesota, you might even have Minnesota working into this. You have a lot more depth in the NFC than you do in the AFC. The AFC has the big powerhouses, the Ravens, the Bills, and the Chargers, or the Chiefs. You know, they have that big flashy names, but the NFC really...
So tight.
It really is going to come down to where your matchups are. Look at last year. Green Bay went into Philly where they did lose that game in the wild card, but they did present challenges for the Eagles team. You know, the Lions, they even injured, the Lions still showed that they were there. You know, your Bucks were there. That was, for me, it comes down to injuries in the NFC. If this team can stay healthy, if this team can ride the waves and work through a gauntlet on the schedule, I do believe the Lions will be in the Super Bowl. And that's coming big from a Packers fan where the NFC North, and that's why I said health is a lot of this, because the NFC North is a gauntlet between, I still believe that even with a rookie, J.J. McCarthy, even though so be it, his second year in the league, never played last year, they're going to be good. Jefferson is, in my opinion, QB proof. I think he has the talent to carry that team. Jordan Addison is unsuspended for 6 games, but coming out of that suspension, what is he going to do? You bring back Hawkinsocks, you know, and has actual a full season of health. Aaron Jones, Jordan Mason combo.
They brought back Thielen.
Right. Mason's going to probably eventually take that role over towards the end of the season. J.J. McCarthy, if he can get that. I mean, let's not... Big coming from me as a Buckeye fan. Former J.J. McCarthy being at Michigan. But J.J. McCarthy's bread and butter in Michigan was over the middle short yardage throws.
Handing the ball to Blake Corum.
Correct. But he made a whole lot of high percentage over the middle throws. Short yardage throws. Which sometimes are tough in the NFL. If he can still produce those over the middle throws, I think that team's going to be a very contender in the NFC North. And I'm not... Everyone dogs on the Bears. The Bears have a very deep wide receiver room, very deep passing, not to mention DeAndre Swift is still there. Will Caleb Williams in his sophomore season start to make that progression to become better? And that's the NFC North.
Don't sleep on the Rams either.
You know, I mean, I
get it.
I think the Lions do come out. If they come out ahead healthy, I think they're going to be tested enough to make it all the way through. But boys, that's the Super Bowl, and that's months away, and there's a whole lot of football to play.
Oh, yeah.
And I there's not a lot to cover in this Thursday episode. Typically, we would cover our fantasy aspect in the first half and then break down that Thursday game. So let's remind the fans at home, because we are going to Tuesday through Friday programming.
Yes.
Tuesday is college football, all college football.
Yes.
Evo's bandwagoning the Georgia Bulldogs. I am always the Ohio State Buckeyes fan, and Sean is the Michigan Wolverines fan over there. So that's always a Tuesday episode. Never forget it. Tuesday college. Colleges for Tuesdays. Wednesday will be our recap of the previous week's games. And then maybe a little bit of news, maybe a waiver wire transfer pickup here.
Yeah.
I know not necessarily fantasy football, is going to be Wednesdays. But Wednesday will be our fantasy football episode. Or sorry, that's Thursday, my bad. Thursday will be our fantasy football episode with the preview of the Thursday night game. And Fridays are always our breakdown and a prediction episode.
Pick 'em.
The upcoming games.
Oh, yeah.
So you can go ahead, you follow us at any major platform for podcasting, Spotify, Facebook, Amazon, I believe that's iHeartRadio too. And also go ahead, subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can watch our videos of our shows and not have to just listen to the audio podcast.
Agreed.
But, go ahead and subscribe there. Click that bell notification so you get reminded every time we drop an episode.
Because we upload early in the morning.
Yes, 7 a.m. in the morning. Some episodes may be a little bit later, but we try to get that early so you can get to your early morning commutes or your day at work. If it's slow, you just pop us on. But anyhow, boys, let's get into this Thursday-Friday preview. Thursday, the reigning Super Bowl champions are hosting the Micah Parsons-less Dallas Cowboys. This game, Thursday night, on NBC. Remember, this is the NBC game at the early week before we kick off the Amazon Prime portion of the Thursday night schedule. Anyhow, big NBC. Boys, this game. What do we think we can expect from the Dallas Cowboys without Micah Parsons?
A loss.
Besides CeeDee Lamb, that team is shit.
Yeah, I mean, very legitimately. CeeDee Lamb is the only saving grace on that entire team on either side of the ball.
The spread is 7.5 to the Eagles.
I will say
7
that's
favorite.
probably a good spread because, they're going to be able to score at least 2 touchdowns.
Okay.
But I think the Eagles are... Maybe that's not a good spread because I think against that Cowboy defense with 0 pass rush and 1 person able to stop the run, are they not going to pop a 40 bomb in the first game?
Saquon's going to go nutty.
Yeah. Jalen Hurts, 2 rushing touchdowns. Come on. Right or no?
I mean...
The Eagles are about to stomp a fucking mud hole.
The Cowboys signed to stop the pass, and they let the person that stops the run walk.
It's just not a good situation in general for them.
It'll be really interesting to see what the Cowboys are without Micah Parsons on the defensive side.
Now, on the offensive side, the best running back they have, and it's not close, is Javonte Williams. He's solid, but he's not the guy that you can really lean on.
Who said it last episode that they're essentially tanking for Arch Manning?
Me. They're tanking. But there's always a pride thing when it's an in division, regardless you're tanking or not. So they're going to try to be winning that game. And I don't care that they, just signed Dak to his fat contract last season. I think they're tanking for Arch because we're assuming Arch is still going to be top 3, right?
We're
After his
assuming he's
terrible
not coming
game?
out.
Well, that was said by his grandfather, but come on now. Let's get real here.
I mean, as for what Arch Manning does, I mean, hopefully it's not what he did against Ohio State. But I mean, if the boys are tanking for Arch and Arch doesn't come out, I mean, you at least can go pick up a really good
DJ
wide
Lagway.
receiver. You can go pick up a running back. You can go pick up a lot of stuff. So, we all have the Eagles on this one. I think it's
clear cut.
It's clear cut here. Anything else? Actually,
Oh.
the Philadelphia Eagles. Do we see Saquon Barkley get absolutely hosed on not as many touchdowns because of the
Same as last year. He lost like 7 touchdowns last year.
It'll be like last year.
unfortunately,
Yeah.
right? I mean, do we see regression in Barkley's performance, or do you think it's on par with what
I
we
think
saw
he
last
does
year?
slow down a little bit. I think they're going to limit his carries and not give him the workload they gave him last year.
Yeah, I see he's not going to perform like he did last year, but he's not going to be bad by any means whatsoever. He'll still be top 10, top 5 maybe.
Okay, alrighty. All right, well, I guess let's get into.
Let's pop in the plane.
Let's pop on the plane. We're going to Brazil, boys.
How you feel about that, Preach?
It's that turf.
You don't want my opinion.
They
on
play on a
this.
soccer field.
It's not the it. Unfortunately, the NFL wants to go to Brazil to a field that is not able to support the absolute forces that the offense and defensive line produces. We saw this last year where even just the offensive and defensive lines weren't getting footing. Let's not forget that Jordan Love hurt himself in this game because the turf wouldn't support his cut. And this wasn't just a Green Bay issue. This was also a Philadelphia Eagles issue.
Yeah.
Where players were slipping because the turf wasn't strong enough to uphold what the NFL needs for players to succeed. And it's not it's a safety issue, but it's also a fan issue.
Yes.
If you are watching, let's take your favorite team out of this. If you're watching football and you sit down on a Friday night, watch NFL football, you want to see a great game, don't you?
Absolutely.
You don't want to see a game that turns into a sloppy field because it couldn't support the players. Now, year 2, my hope is that this game gets better. I know when we went to London, had the London games and the other European games, that the first half, those first games were a little rough, but I hope in year 2 that it improves over year 1. Because, boys, let's just say, not wishing any injuries on anybody, but if we have a big name Kansas City Chief player go down with an injury because of the field turf, we are going to have a whole lot of issues. And a lot
We're
of
going to
people
hear the end of it.
are going to be saying about this and could either A, end the Brazil series, or B, make it go to where they roll out turf.
Yeah.
Actual, just normal like turf, like we all have the synthetic turf. This game, though, it's going to be a good one. They have Kansas City being the 3-point favorite here in this game. I think, for me, I took the Chiefs. I think a lot of moving pieces in the offseason. From just off-season, I think the Chiefs squeak this one out. I think it's going to be close. But then again, do we see the Chiefs like we did last year where they kind of just fumbled through the season and kind of just walked around?
Until they get to the playoffs. And then it's like,
Right.
You're right, but they can't. They had a lot of games handed to them last season. They cannot do that again this year because the NFL doesn't care if they win now. I really, truly believe that. They wanted that three-peat to happen, and they let them into that game, and they proved within the first 2 offensive drives that they did not deserve to be there. And everybody knows that the refs were on their side all season long. Everybody knows. And they know that the fans seen it. They are not going to help the Chiefs at all this season. The Chiefs are going to have to earn it. So that is why I have the Chargers coming out on top.
I also have the Chargers winning this game. Not solely for all the reasons Brandon stated. I just like what the Chargers have done, offensive and defensively. I think this is the year we really see Herbo break out. I like how they added Hampton with their first round pick. More to come on Najee, who I don't know if he said he's going to be ready for week 1. I like bringing back Keenan Allen to complement Ladd. Throw Trey Harris in the mix. Overall, I really like what Chargers did. I think Coach Harbaugh will win the West this year.
I don't see that happening, but I get it. I just think their defense isn't enough to win a division, personally. I think that the offense is going to click, and especially in this game, if the turf is still as bad as what you say it is, Amari and Hampton is going to get a fucking workload. A workload.
Yeah, I'm hoping that he gets me a lot of points in my fantasy league.
I get it.
So you guys have the Chargers. I have the Chiefs. Last year, I won the pick'em for the regular season.
Yes.
Sean finished last, but it's a new year. So, boys, I have a question for you.
Yeah, what's that?
If you could go one place to play a football game, where do you think the NFL should go? Whether it's in the U.S., outside the U.S., what type of game? Where should we go?
Italy.
Tokyo.
Okay.
I feel like a Tokyo game would be legit.
So I actually have an idea.
Like a good one or a bad one?
It's not a terrible idea.
Okay.
So the NFL has tried London games. They've gone to Germany. We've gone to Brazil. We've done a Mexico series game. There is one place the NFL has not played at.
And?
Well, not only has there been a college football game at this place, there has also recently been a MLB game at this place. I think that the NFL should play a game on the infield of Bristol Motor Speedway. You take two historic franchises, you throw them in to a coliseum. They deem it the last great coliseum. It was wall-to-wall seats all the way around the racetrack. You throw a team in there, you put over 100,000, close to 150,000 fans of NFL teams. That game alone could spark a new series in the NFL franchise. I think it's a great idea. Now the question would be, who do you put?
You put the most popular teams in the league. You probably do the Cowboys and the Chiefs. As much as we don't like either of them, there's a reason we don't like them.
Right. I mean, you put two,
Niners could go there
Niners
really
could
well.
You
there.
definitely put the Titans.
What?
Listen, Tennessee is more of a Tennessee Vols type of state, not a Tennessee Titans state. But I mean, I know they did for the MLB. They did the Cincinnati Reds and the Atlanta Braves because they were two equally distances away from Bristol. So you could do like you could do a Falcons and maybe like I don't know. You could do like a Falcons.
Browns?
Falcons, Bengals. I mean, you could
that
play off
doesn't
of the
work. That don't work.
I do actually like your idea of the boys and the Chiefs because it is two big franchises. They can bring the fans. But I think that would be a great series. If you went to Japan, who would you take to Japan with you?
I don't know, man. I would like to see like crazy colors go to Japan. So call the Dolphins one, and
With
then
those rival unis.
and then maybe take. Oh, I'm trying to find someone that has cool colors, but they're not shit. You know,
See,
it's an issue.
Seahawks.
Seahawks would work.
Seahawks.
Yeah, that would work for me.
Sean, you're going to. You said
Italy.
Italy.
Chargers, Cardinals.
Huh.
That was quick. He's thought about this
He
one.
has. He has. Have you pitched this idea to the NFL committee?
I think he already has with how quick that came out.
Yeah. Is that a part of your $11.99 Mel Kiper package?
I don't pay for Kiper.
Yeah,
But,
okay, man.
All right. Well, you know what? I know it's a short episode.
Yeah, for sure.
Because there is not much to.
Next week will be better.
Yes.
Don't you worry.
But anyhow, boys, welcome to the NFL season. We are here all the way through the end. It's going to be a long one. I'm Preacher.
Sean O'Mac.
And this is Brandon. That's us, the Gridiron Goons, at the Gridiron Goons Studios. And always remember, if you have a place you want to see an NFL game, you comment on the videos or the audios wherever you're listening. This is your week.